Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Fei Long figure from Jada Toys. There's been a lot of talk about this line ever since last year when it was revealed, so the question is the hype real? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks utterly fantastic, and it's very rare that a figure looks as good as the promo photos and the prototypes, but here we are, and this looks every bit as good. I can't even remember the last time that happened, if ever. And yeah, I mean, this just looks insane. This almost looks like a prototype handed down, but it definitely does not have that feel. And yeah, they just nailed the look. I mean, naturally, let's be real, the Fei Long is Capcom's way of putting Bruce Lee in a game without paying the rights to put him in Street Fighter. But they nailed it here. I mean, it looks awesome. And the details on that face are just super crisp. Everything, like nothing is out of place at all, and just looks super good. And it's a simple design, obviously just black pants with the shoes and socks, and that's about it. And even with the torso here, you can see there is some shading there. They did a nice wash to kind of bring out, so it's kind of this like orange yellow that just kind of brings out some of those details and looks very, very nice. Makes it look a little more, obviously gives it some depth, something I say a lot. And then the pants, we got nothing on there, but just some nice like fabric texture going on. So very, very nice. These socks are more of an off-white than a like bright white. So that part was a little unexpected. And actually, I meant to play the game before I did this review, or replay the game, pardon me, before I did this review. But yeah. So there's that, and then they even colored the soles, which I think was a very nice touch and definitely kind of drives this one home. So just like an insanely good looking figure. We have a minimal yet exceptionally solid loadout of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And first of all, we get two different heads. So we looked in the last section at the one that comes right out of the box, so just the very stern, I guess, neutral look. But yeah, so that just fantastic all around, and just as much detail into the alternate head, which has just more of a gritted teeth sort of look. Kind of wish they had a yelling head with this, but not really a gripe, just something I kind of wish was also in here. But still, both heads look absolutely fantastic. Then we get a couple sets of hands right out of the box. We just get some fists, for punching, and then we get the martial arts hands in that pose that most of Fei Long's animations utilize, so that's an exceptional addition as well. And then finally we do get an effects piece, which is for his dragon kick, and this just fits right on the leg. And we're going to get more into the articulation in the next section, but this just sheathes right over there, and you're pretty much good to go. So yeah, that's accessories. Articulation, balance, figure feel, all pretty much pitch perfect, honestly. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, we're holding the freestanding kick with no issue. This did take a bit to get into, and that's due to one piece of the articulation, which I'll get into in a bit. But overall, just like there's so much you can do, and everything was done just so well. So let's break it down. So first off, starting at the top, we do have a barbell joint coming into this neck, from this neck piece to the head. And then the neck piece is probably on a ball joint, and full range of motion. There's a bunch of other lines, from other companies, Hasbro, that kind of seem to not understand how a separate neck piece is supposed to work. But like perfect up, perfect down, that's how it should be, and tilt side to side, fully natural, fluid, just as it should be. The neck moves independently, and it's just gorgeous. Then we get into the shoulders. And we get that butterfly joint, some nice cutout, some nice range. Then we come to the shoulders, hinge and swivel, coming out to a perfect T. We do have bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows, folding completely in half. We have hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Then we have, once again, my favorite combination. So we have a ball joint at the diaphragm, a ball joint at the waist, and that's going to allow us to get some insane crunch and some fantastic arch back, as well as all of the tilt side to side there as well. So you can pretty much get anywhere you want to go. Then we come to the hips, and this is the one thing I was talking about earlier. We don't quite hit our splits. Actually, I got the right leg kind of going there. So I'm actually wondering, maybe I just need to heat this up a little bit. I didn't need to heat it up out of the box, which made me happy. But there you go. So actually we're almost in complete splits. So actually I'm gonna heat this up after this review, see how that goes. But yeah, and beyond that, I mean, that allows our kick to go pretty much fully forward. So beautiful. Then we get thigh swivel, get double jointed knees. You can hear the detents in that, folds pretty much completely in half. Then we get a cut right here at the cuff, beautifully hidden. So we get rotation there, perfect point, beautiful forward, and then some gorgeous rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, and just for some fun, here he is next to the articulated icons Bruce Lee I put together about a month ago, and with some other Street Fighter lines, so a Jada Toys Vega and a Storm Collectibles Evil Ryu, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Fei Long figure from Jada Toys is that this is an unbelievably good figure. Honestly, it feels, articulates, and just is kind of basically a figure that should be twice the price, and for in a lot of other instances probably would be. So honestly, if you're a fan of Street Fighter, Fei Long in particular, hell, if you want a just kind of more cartoonish looking Bruce Lee for your desk, you're crazy not to pass up on this, because it is so good. Everything feels great. The articulation is nice and fluid. The feel of the figure is just really pleasant, and yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, it's available in various online stores. I personally found this on the shelf at a Target, where it's showing up around the country, I guess. You know, I'm on the East Coast and this showed up, and my Targets tend to be terrible with this sort of thing. So, you know, there's some hope if you're out here. And certainly if you're in the rest of the country, I wish you luck as well. But in terms of online shops, it's, again, available on various places, but not limited to Entertainment Earth, pardon me, of whom I happen to be an affiliate. So right now it's up for pre-order, but it's slated for July as of right now. But if it's in stock as of when you're watching this video, and you use my code that shows up right here, or use the link that I have in the description, if it's in stock, you'll get 10% off. But regardless, if your order that includes this figure is over $59, you'll get free shipping. So definitely worth considering. And you know, I thank you for listening. And all that being said, I want to thank you for watching. And if you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, please consider liking, subscribing, all that stuff that I'm generally supposed to say at the end of a video. And there's other things to do at the bottom of the description as well. So please check those out. And with all that being said, I hope that you are well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.